so did the other survivor. And the survivor told me the following story. Right now, many Jews are about to, hopefully, when the rain goes away, bless the moon. Now, we Jews thank everything that we get from God. Sunshine, moonshine, I mean, really the shining moon. But we thank God for everything. And in the Holocaust, particularly in Auschwitz, where the story took place, they took everything away from the Jews. Their families were killed, my parents, their parents were killed. Many people have lost everybody that you could possibly lose: spouse, parents, children, siblings, and they were put outside in the freezing cold. And one night, it was the night of the new moon, when Jews make a blessing that we're starting fresh. We're able to start anew. It was a new moon. And the survivor told me that he said to one of the Nazis, he said, you know, you took everything away from me. My father, mother, wife, the children, but you couldn't take the moon away from me. He looked up at the moon, gave a blessing, which is a reminder that the moon sometimes disappears. It comes back eventually. And that's what I'd like to share with you today in the invocation and the benediction, and then we'll do another benediction later on, which is that even those that passed away, and we're commemorating those that gave up their lives for their country, the fallen soldiers, in their lives, but also in their death, and perhaps even more importantly in their death, gave proof to the idea, as we just sang so beautifully, that there is justice in the world, and there is a moment of when God says, I'm going to pay you back, I'm going to reward you. And now that you're up in the sky, up in heaven, you're going to get your due reward. You know that all these people that died, and they died for their country, they died for their families, they will be amply rewarded. But even more importantly than that, we believe also in the resurrection of the dead eventually, when we will be reunited, all of us, with them, those that gave up their lives, and God willing, we will be meeting with them, and we'll have an opportunity to thank them once again in person. Yesterday, in the synagogue, and I noticed a number of rabbis, I saw my front list and others, and I think I noticed everybody. Many Jews around the world, probably millions, recited a prayer for those that passed away. It's called Yizkor. Yizkor means to remember. That's what we're here for today, parade or no parade. Remember those that passed on, but they're not gone. They're up in heaven, looking down. We're praying for them, and they are praying for us. And so we're going to say part of that prayer as appropriate. Called Keil Malei Rachamim, the God who is full of mercy, defender of widows and of fathers of orphans. Please grant proper rest on the wings of the divine presence, the lofty levels of the holy and pure one, who shine like the glow of the firmament, the souls of millions, men, women, children, who died for their country, who died for morality, who died for ethics, who died for all that is right and wrong, that would hopefully soon disappear. And what we ask for them is, may they repose in peace in their resting places and rise at the end of days to life. Now let us respond. Amen.
Amen. We have a number of dignitaries and honored guests who are with us today. In the village of Cedarhurst, we have Deputy Mayor and New York State Assemblyman Ari Brown, Trustee Susie Wasser, Dan Plow, and our village administrator Jacob Plow. In the village of Lawrence, we have our mayor Samuel Namias, Deputy Mayor Aaron Felder, the trustees Tammy Rods, Aaron Parnas, and Steve Gottesman, Joseph McHugh, our chief of the Lawrence Cedarhurst Fire Department, the parade co-chairman and second department deputy Stephen Magliaro, our commander of the Lawrence Cedarhurst Fire Department. It's Lawrence Cedarhurst American Legion, Marianela, Lizana-Plaza, Deacon Tom Costello of the Roman Catholic parishes of the 5 towns. We met Rabbi Feitman of the City of Cedarhurst, the presiding officer of the Nassau County Legislature, Howard Copel, our Nassau County Controller, Janine Driscoll, Town of Hempstead Supervisor, Ron Ferretti, Town of Hempstead Deputy Clerk, Kate Murray, New York State Senator Patricia Canzaneri Fitzpatrick, Nassau County Auxiliary Police 5 Towns Unit Inspector Daniel Luck, our commanding officer. From the Sanitary District, number 1, Jimmy Velarde, he's the Commissioner of the Sanitary District. Representatives of OHEL and the RNSP with us tonight. This morning we have our commander of the Foreign Veteran, Frank Santora, Rabbi Yechezkel Farnworth, of Congregation Beth Shalom, Rabbi Moshe Manchik of the Shalamis. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, and I apologize in advance. I think I had listed everybody. Please give them all a round of applause. She didn't be forgotten that there were a lot of people who worked very hard to put together, although it didn't take place. And I want to thank our Lawrence Parade representatives, Village Administrator Jerry Castro, our clerk treasurer of Lawrence, Lena Fusco, our Village of Cedarhurst Deputy Administrator Desiree Hicks, our Building Superintendent Wayne Yarnell, our Publicity Director Anthony Fabrizio, Joan Marie Capone, who works tirelessly on the parade, of course, our Highway Superintendent Ty Marino. So please give them a round of applause. I'd like to invite Amanda Marianela. I keep doing this all the time. Marianela Lizana-Plaza to say a few words on behalf of the Director.
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Weinstock, other guests, and political dignitaries. As we gather here today, I look at this crowd, and I am reminded of the immense cost of freedom we so easily enjoy. Memorial Day is not a holiday born of peace. It was forged in the fires of sacrifice. From the frozen fields of Valley Forge to Gettysburg, our nation learned early the liberty demands a heavy price. We remember today those who braved the trenches of World War I. We honor the greatest generation who stormed the beaches of Normandy and fought across the Pacific in World War II. We remember those who held the line in the freezing mud of Korea, the brave souls who fought through the dense jungles of Vietnam. We honor the modern generation of warriors who answered the call after 9/11, fighting the war of terror. It brings in mind a fellow Marine, Thomas J. Zapp. To hear the title veteran, a Marine who stood his post until the very end.
Our Lawrence High School Bugler will play taps. Please remain standing until the taps. Thank you. His name is Max Marcus. He's 102 years old. Max is 102 years old. 18 grandchildren living in our community. Yeah. Thank you, Max.
20 great-grandchildren.
Wow. As we say. Thank you. This is a special Memorial Day because it marks the 250th anniversary year of the founding of America. And it comes at a very historic time for our nation. As America marks the 250th year since its founding, this solemn day carries a very deep meaning for us. It's not only a day to remember the past, but a day to reflect on the price that was paid by all of those who have given us the freedoms we cherish. On Memorial Day, we honor the memory of many, far too many Americans who died in the service of our country. We pay tribute to nearly 700,000 American service members who have died in line of duty defending the country and defending our freedom over the last 2.5 centuries. At its core, Memorial Day is about them. It does take more than a passing moment to remember the friends, neighbors, relatives, and fellow Americans who gave everything to protect us and our freedom. Friends, freedom and the ability to live free are very fragile. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. It's not inherited. It's preserved first by those who serve, and then by those by how we choose to live in their honor. Freedom is not going to pass on to our children genetically. We have to teach our children to cherish and protect that freedom. If not, it will be lost. Too many people try to tell us what to do, what we're allowed to think, what we're allowed to speak. Extreme politicians on the left and on the right will one day try to legislate what speech and what thought we can have. Unfortunately, if we allow it, we'll spend the rest of our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was like to live free in America at one time. Instead, I prefer to make freedom a part of the here and now.